I just cringed so hard. Because I am going to a concert tomorrow. Hi, it's Daphne and welcome to the start of a new NYC reading vlog. There's NYC. I am starting a new vlog and I'm gonna pick up a book that I am simultaneously excited for and terrified of at the same time. My booktube friend Kahli basically said she hated this book the most in the series, but that the next installment is her favorite. So I have to suffer through it. And that book is the third book in the Blood and Ash series, The Crown of Gilded Bones. I'm scared. I'm really excited because I've been anticipating this book for a really long time. I just did a reread of books 1 and 2. If you want to catch up on my vlogs, you can find them there. So I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. The first go round I hesitated because of the mixed reviews, but upon reread, I'm like finally excited to get new content for the story. So I hope to get a decent way through it in this vlog, considering book 2 took me like the whole month to read. I am reading other books at the same time. They're the same books I'm carrying over from the last vlog, but I'll anticipate finishing at least one of them. I'm in the middle of Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan, which I'm still enjoying. It's not my favorite one out of the series, but it's cute enough. The stakes and the angst aren't as high as books 1 and 2, but I'm enjoying it enough, but not so much that I'm like consuming it super quickly. That's why I'm still like less than halfway through it, but I'm gonna prioritize it for this vlog to complete. So if you don't already know, for these 2 books, let me just give you a brief synopsis because I tend to forget to do that at the start of the vlogs. This is, like I said, the third book in the Poppy War. The Poppy War? Like I said, this is the third book in the Blood and Ash series. It is centered around this woman named Poppy. She was known as the Maiden, which means she was basically kept away from society. She always had to wear a veil over her face. Nobody was allowed to talk to her. She's like this crucial part of some kind of ritual where humans become these ascended beings. The ascended live for a very long time. They're very like strong, all this stuff. So they're seen as like better than the rest of the human population. She doesn't know what this ritual entails. And throughout the series, the truth behind the ascended and her kingdom become revealed to her. And it's dark, it's not good. She's not in line with it. There's also a love interest. His name is Hawk. He becomes her personal guard in book 1. And there's like adventuring that kind of ensues in book 2. Now in book 3, I feel like there's probably gonna be a lot more political like intrigue. I don't know how intriguing it's gonna be. She potentially is going to politically have a lot more power. The people of this new kingdom don't seem to be excited about it. I think rightfully so, she's a little nervous about what this new revelation entails. Also, a thing to note is that Poppy has these magical powers where she can feel people's emotion and relieve them and possibly manipulate them as her power is evolving. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. There are a lot of paranormal beings in this world and I'm excited to learn more about what Poppy is. She doesn't really know. Her parents were murdered when she was quite young. Things have been kept secret from her for a really long time, so she doesn't really know that much about herself. So that's what I'm the most interested about getting clarity on. I was spoiled pretty much for this book by accident. I clicked on the wrong video that said non-spoilery and then ended up spoiling like a major aspect of the third book, but I'm excited to see like where that goes and what that means. And then for Hookshot, it is a contemporary basketball romance between an NBA player and a aspiring fashion designer, blogger, or something. She's not really sure on what she wants to do with her career. His name's Keenan and her name is Lotus. There is an age gap between them. Keenan has a 14-year-old daughter and he's been previously divorced. And it's their story. Lotus has some trauma in her childhood that she is kind of being forced to face because she could kind of suppress it for a really long time, but it's really bubbling up now and she is trying to figure it out. So I have to run because I have a meeting, but I will update you further later in the vlog. All right, I went for a run for the first time this year and it went okay. On my run, I found the little free library that's closest to me. I knew it was in this one park, but I've never been there before. It's not like a park that I would ever go to. And then I stopped at McNally's bookstore. I haven't picked up any books from there in a minute. I treated myself. So I picked up this copy of Animal Farm, which I really like. They had like 3 different copies of this book and I like this one the most. It's really floppy and yeah, I just like the way it looks and I like the way it feels. I don't really know that much about it, but I get like vegan philosophy vibes from it, so we'll see. And then I also picked up Bunny by Mona Awad. I know this book is very divisive because I know it gets like super weird and bizarre and you either like love it or you hate it. So I'm very interested to see where I fall. I know that Caitlin from Kate Literature and Chloe from, I think it's Read with Chloe, love this book and they're always like Bunny this, Bunny that. So I'm just very curious and I'm excited I picked it up. This is my book haul for this vlog. Hi friends, it is the next day and I read like a chapter of the 3rd From Blood and Ash book last night. It's okay so far. My expectations, I'm keeping them very moderate. And I read a little bit more of Hookshot. I'm like 40% of the way through. And guys, this one, I'm so disappointed. I really wanted this to be like another stellar Kennedy Ryan book, give it 5 stars, but like, I'm genuinely really freaking bored reading this book. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure I said before, there's no tension and the chemistry, I'm just like, the chemistry's fine sometimes, but then other times I'm just like bored. And oh my God, I just read like the most cringy thing. And I'm not the type of person that cringes at romance books. Like I know some people don't like romance books, like they cringe hard, they don't like the steamy scenes, like it's not for them. Me, I eat that shit up, but like I just cringed so hard. She was describing these 2 characters having their first kiss and insisting that they maintain eye contact while they make out. And I'm just like, that's horrible. I'm just so creeped out. That is so not hot to me. Like, if you do that, that's your thing, but like, I do not want to maintain eye contact. I do not want to picture people maintaining eye contact while they're like this close to each other. Just imagine being this close to somebody with your eyes open and just being like, ah, cross-eyed. Because they're so close to you. It just doesn't make sense. It's not hot. It's freaking weird. I mean, I get it if it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's just so weird. I hated it so much, and I do not typically cringe at romance, and that was god-awful. Horrible, making, not even just like a peck, like full-on making out with your eyes open and staring at each other? No, no, please don't do that. Please don't make me read another scene like that. It was terrible. Like I get like, if you're making love or whatever and they're like facing each other and they're looking at each other, yes, I could totally understand that. But being like this close and looking like, no, please pass on that. And I'm just bored. And I know like she's trying to tie that into like Lotus becoming more emotionally intimate with a man, because she, like Lotus, has no problem being physically intimate with people, but has her guard up when it comes to the emotions. So it's supposed to like emphasize her trying to be emotionally intimate with Keenan, and I could have done without that. I'm just really bored. I'm sorry. I'm still gonna finish it, and I'm hoping it like gets a little better, but like it's sitting at like maybe a generous 3 right now. I don't think I'd give it a 2. It's not that bad, but Oh God, that was so probably the worst scene I've read. And I've DNF'd some books in the past that were just like also really cringy, but like for a book that I was really anticipating, that was like really disappointing. And I'm gonna power through that book. Hopefully I'll just finish it like either tomorrow or the day after, just so I can get it off my plate and prioritize other books, because I don't want it to slow me down. So yeah, I will catch up with you later. Hello. So it's another day and I did a lot more reading on Hookshot and it's getting better. It's still really hot and steamy, though the plot isn't the most intense and interesting as the other two books. I will also mention a major trigger warning for sexual assault. Lotus was assaulted when she was a 12-year-old girl by her mom's boyfriend, and her mom pretty much didn't care and made Lotus live with her grandmother. Instead of kicking that disgusting man out of her life, she stayed with that man, whatever. I mean, that's not super spoilery because you learn that in other books, but that encounter is like on page as a memory, and I feel like online it said there wasn't any assault on page, that it was just like her going, like getting past it, but like it pretty much is horrible to read. Even if it's not like graphic, it's still like pretty graphic. And I was very disturbed and very upset, obviously. So just FYI, if you are very sensitive to that stuff, like I would just totally steer clear from this book, because even just reading about her struggles in the present is tough to read at times. But like going back to her memories, like living, like witnessing her as a 12-year-old and experiencing that assault is, whew, yikes, you know. So I'm at like 70% through. I am enjoying the story a bit more, but for now I need to fix this hair because I am going to a concert tomorrow. And I'm actually excited. Like, I am not the person to care about concerts at all. Hold on, I'm gonna put you down, my arm's tired. So like I was saying, I'm going to a concert tomorrow and I need to fix up my hair. It is a disaster, pretty much. It needs to be retwisted, so I'll probably just give it like a shampoo in the twists and then spend literally all night fixing these twists because they're all frizzed out and starting to tangle. But this concert, I'm actually excited to go to. I am not typically the one that cares about concerts. I'm not the music person ever in the friend group. I'll have like a favorite song and not even know what the title is. But this one I'm actually excited about because Chase introduced me to this group and I dig it. They're called RÜFÜS DU SOL. They're like electronic DJs or whatever, which I typically don't like. But they have this really cool video on YouTube where they perform their whole album like out in the desert. They're this Australian group. They're really cool. So it feels like a big deal to see them. I'm very excited. So I'm going with me. So it's me, Chase, Nick, and Ina, and then Divi and his girlfriend Rajvi. It's like kind of for Divi and Chase's birthday because they're both born in June. And also maybe Rajvi, I don't know, I think her birthday was a couple weeks ago. She lives in Georgia, so she's coming up to visit Divi and he wanted to surprise her with the concert, so it's really cute. I think I got to meet her like a weekend or two ago, and she's really sweet. I really like her. She's super tiny. So yeah, I'm excited for her to be back up here again and get to spend some more time with her. So yeah, let me go fix my hair and I will show you when it's done. I mean, it looks okay in the camera. I mean, I could film a sit-down video like this and not have a problem, but IRL, guys, is rough. So I'm gonna go. Need to be in my vlog. Always. Why do I feel like we're on a college campus? Good morning, friends. It's the next day, and the RÜFÜS DU SOL concert was absolutely amazing. We had an epic time. I'm not like a music person, but this is one of like the few groups I genuinely really enjoy their music, their style, their vibe, their energy, and it was just epic. And the light show that went along with the performance was amazing. Like I can't say that enough. Yeah, it turns out that the stadium was like a tennis stadium, and it was so cool. It looked like a coliseum. I don't even know if I got footage of that. I was like so distracted. I was just having a really good time. But I also the other day shot some clips. After my run, I went to the Strand bookstore just for some more serotonin. I don't really need to buy anything, but I've been really tempted to pick up Leviathan Wakes. I want to get into sci-fi more because I've only read a few sci-fi, but I feel like a good amount of them I've really enjoyed. But I'm struggling a little bit because sometimes like the synopses don't hook me in immediately. You kind of just have to discover it. Similarly with 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Like, I wasn't hooked in by the synopsis, not that it's sci-fi, but I was like hooked by the story once I gave it a chance. So I want to give some sci-fi books chances to see if I'll really end up loving them. So I also just finished Hookshot this morning, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was okay. I ended up skimming like the last 20%. It just wasn't as gripping and exciting as the first 2 books in the series, so my expectations were like really high, so that may have negatively impacted my review of it and my enjoyment in general. But I mean, it was still pretty hot, even though it was kind of weird for me at times and I didn't vibe with it that much compared to the other 2. I'm probably going to make this my next priority. I do still want to read Jade City this month, probably not in this vlog, but I'm a little nervous to pick this up because it's committing to another series. All right, this is the fit for today's brunch. Rocking the Birks. I'm feeling hella hippie today. I got my neutral looking rainbow shirt. All right, I really gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, so it's Sunday and I'm here to end the vlog. Yesterday was a really fun time for Libby's birthday. The dinner was so good, very delicious. And then we went to this cute bar that Livy goes to all the time. He like knows the bartender there. And they have a very beautiful patio in the back. So we hung out there for like hours, chatted, hung out, got to meet some new people and get eaten alive by mosquitoes. So my legs are like shredded right now, but it was overall a great time. I only did a little bit more reading of A Crown of Gilded Bones, not very far. I'm still intrigued, but I'm just very tentative going in because my expectations are low, but maybe that will end up being for the best and maybe it will still surprise me. So right now she's imprisoned / captured again, which seems to be the trend with this poor girl, Poppy. I'm gonna continue a reading vlog for that book tomorrow, but for now I'm gonna say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye.